So today, we're diving into a really fascinating concept, something our source material describes as the literal heart of the Earth, a kind of hidden spiritual command center that's supposedly guiding our planet's entire destiny. Let's dig in and see what's at the core.
I mean, just think about that for a second. What if that were true? The material we're looking at today suggests exactly that, a secret hub of immense spiritual power and training, shaping human history right under our noses.
And this place? It has a name, Shambhala. According to the text, this isn't some fantasy city floating in the clouds. Nope. It's described as a real spiritual center, deep inside the earth, right near Mount Everest. It's literally called the planet's spiritual core, a place of some seriously profound training.
So, that begs the question, right? Who gets to go there? And what in the world is happening in this hidden place? That brings us to our first big idea, the training ground of the masters.
First things first, you can't just book a flight to Shambhala. The source is super clear on this. Entry is by invitation only. We're talking about people who've already hit a certain level of mastery in their field. They get summoned. And what's really wild is that this doesn't always happen physically. Sometimes their soul is invited to travel astrally, training in Shambhala while their body is just asleep.
And just look at the list of who gets an invite. This isn't just for monks and mystics, not by a long shot. The masters chosen for this training, they come from every possible walk of life. Artists, scientists, world leaders, even entrepreneurs. The whole idea is that these are the people shaping our world, and they need that final spiritual awakening to really complete their mission on Earth. And to make this really hit home, the source drops some pretty shocking names. For instance, Sir Isaac Newton. Yeah, the guy who gave us gravity and physics. The text claims he was also a secret occultist who got his spiritual training in Shambhala, and that's what gave him his deeper insights into the laws of the universe. And it doesn't stop in the past either. The source points to much more modern figures, someone like John Lennon. It suggests that his journey to India and all those spiritual themes in his music were directly plugged into his own initiation with Shambhala. It really shows how this place is believed to be influencing culture, even today. So what does this training actually look like? What are they doing down there? Well, the process is described as this incredibly intense, challenging journey into the very nature of reality. They call it the path to spiritual awakening. Okay, so the whole initiation breaks down into 4 major stages. It kicks off with learning to overcome the body's needs through things like fasting. Then the soul actually learns to separate from the body. After that comes the ultimate test, confronting all kinds of illusions and temptations from what the source calls lower-level spirits. And only if you can get through all of that do you reach the final stage, a true awakening to who you really are, an eternal spiritual being. You know, at the very heart of this training is getting your head around the difference between 2 realities. In our physical world, a wall is a wall, right? It's solid, you can't just walk through it. But in the spiritual world, reality works on thought and consciousness. A wall is just an idea, and if your soul is advanced enough, you can just pass right through. The source uses this fantastic analogy. It says, living in a physical body is like running an obstacle course. It's designed to be hard. But once you truly get that you're a spiritual being, you realize those obstacles aren't really there. So the key takeaway is that mastering the physical world starts by first understanding the spiritual one. Okay, so just when you think you have a handle on this, the source expands the whole concept even further. Shambhala isn't just a command center for planet Earth. It's also described as a crossroads for cosmic souls. This is where the scale just becomes absolutely mind-bending. The text claims that Earth, because of Shambhala, is actually a famous training ground in a whole galactic network. Souls from other star systems apparently travel here to take on the unique challenges our world offers. And it works both ways. Once human souls get enlightened enough, they can travel to other worlds for even more advanced training. So how do they travel across these insane cosmic distances? Well, it's not in a spaceship. In the spiritual world, your speed is all about your level of enlightenment. A brand new soul might move at, say, walking speed. But a highly advanced master, they can travel between galaxies almost instantly, basically moving at the speed of thought. All right, so let's bring this all back home. Why does any of this matter right now in our time? The source argues that Shambhala has a very specific and very urgent mission in our modern world. According to this material, humanity is at a major crossroads. There's a huge silent battle being fought. It's not on some physical battlefield. It's happening in the world of consciousness, of belief. It's a fight for the very soul of our species.
And the battle lines are drawn between two totally opposing worldviews. On one side, you've got materialism, the idea that only the physical world is real, the focus on science, money, and comfort. And on the other side, you've got spiritualism, the view that our world is just a temporary school and our real home is the spiritual realm.
And this is where Shambhala comes back in big time. The source claims it's currently on high alert. Its masters are working behind the scenes, sending inspiration to artists, scientists, and leaders to try and trigger a global spiritual awakening. Their whole goal is to stop humanity from getting completely lost in materialism and forgetting our true spiritual purpose. And so, this entire journey, this whole explainer, it all boils down to one single profound question that the source leaves us to chew on. After everything we've looked at, the hidden center, the cosmic souls, this battle for our beliefs, we're left asking ourselves, which one is the real world? Is it this physical reality we see every day? Or is that just the shadow of something much, much greater?